So how long can markets keep climbing? This is probably the number one question I get. I wonder if I put that question out on Chat GPT or Grok or any of the AI platforms. The number one question investors are asking, perhaps it's how long and how high can these markets go before we see a pullback? Well, notoriously, as we've said on our show many times, you have a good July, which happens more often than not. Coming into August, you get a bit of a sell-off at the end, and that sell-off continues in September to see a reversal in October, and then October, November, December, the three best months of the year for investing, and into January, which tends to be not a bad month either. So that's what the calendar tells us. But I guess the answer to this question is, what made the markets go up to begin with? I think a couple of years ago, coming out of 2022, market was struggling. 2023, a lot of people were calling for a recession. We saw interest rates going up tremendously, 11 times in a very short period of time. What was going to be the catalyst to take things higher? Well, definitely was the tech space, big cap tech, and artificial intelligence. Chat GPT broke onto the scene shortly after, and we've never looked back. All we talk about now is artificial intelligence, AI, AI, AI. And so to know how high markets can climb, we got to figure out how long can this AI boom last. Well, let's take a look at our chart that we have first, artificial intelligence market. And there you have it. Look how much the market not only has grown already, but is projected to grow over, I guess, going all the way till 2030. And who's leading the charge? North America. North America is the dark color there. Right behind it, closely behind it, is Europe. And actually, I apologize. It looks like Asia actually is the bigger piece there. So Asia is probably growing faster, it seems, or at least predicted to grow faster than North America and Europe. So interesting that that chart would show that. But it is our next chart will show that when you talk about the best AI investment ideas, our next chart shows this. Who do you have? Well, a resounding group of people that took this poll. It was a Seeking Alpha poll of readers. What's the best AI stock? Nvidia. Nvidia is the best AI stock to own, followed by Microsoft, Google, Meta, and AMD has come into the top 5. So even though Asia is predicted to boom with respect to AI, it seems like, well, the biggest and the best names to own and the most popular names are all big cap tech names in the United States. Our next chart actually shows this, how much of an outperformance big cap tech is doing, or how well they're performing versus small cap tech, or even some of the medium-sized companies. And you can see here, it is outperforming by quite a bit. The medium size is the black, the smaller tech names is the yellow. But look at the, I guess you would call it pink or red. It is outperforming by quite a bit. And those are your Microsofts, your Amazons, your Googles, the Metas of the world. It is unbelievable how much big cap tech is outperformed even small cap tech, which is unusual. I've seen stats say that big cap tech up about 16%, whereas small cap tech is basically flatlining, as you can see here. So it's outperforming by quite a bit. And so getting back to our original question, how long can this go? Well, if the last 48 hours is any indication, the market will go higher as long as it goes higher. The sentiment will still be bullish until it's not. And it may sound really silly to say, but if you look at the last, let's call it 1.5 trading days, all of a sudden we've seen a sell-off in the Nasdaq and a sell in tech stocks. We've seen Nvidia come down by actually a good margin. AMD has fallen. Obviously the two biggest chip producers, Taiwan Semi has fallen. We've seen a pullback in general in technology, even Meta, Microsoft. So why is that happening? Because nobody has an answer. It just seems like all of a sudden what people were saying prior, which is, well, maybe there's an overvaluation in technology and everybody ignored it. All of a sudden, some people are not ignoring it any longer. They're talking about valuation and how things are fully valued or even overvalued. S&P 500 trading at around 22 times. looking forward, and that tends to be overvaluated. So how long can this market rally? My answer will be as long as individual investors are excited to own these good quality names. But make no mistake about it, you can still make good money owning good quality names, even if a market or an index is starting to pull off a little bit, as we've seen in the last 36 hours or so with the Nasdaq and S&P. So am I concerned? Not really, but I think you still got to continue to look for good quality names, not worry as much as, okay, when's the next fall happening with respect to the markets, but just continue to look for good quality names, as I said in the previous segment, and let the market take care of itself. And I think you will not be disappointed going forward.